Hi, welcome back. Thank you for joining me again. I'm excited to be able to share another story with you. I'm happy to share more time with you, so thanks. So, I had mentioned that my kid's dad had passed away not that long ago. Him and I were together for a very long time. I was 17, and then we got married a little bit later after that, and then had children much later, and then sadly separated and divorced when I was 40, and very sad. And then not too long after our divorce was finalized, he passed away suddenly, completely unexpectedly, and he was overseas, and a lot of weird circumstances revolving around his passing. So it's been very strange and odd. Because my children are the next of kin, and because they're children, everything kind of fell on me to sort of orchestrate and figure out and answer and make happen. I finally was able to gain access to his home, and so I started doing this big search for answers. I ran through this house looking for any answers, any information I could. So I finally go into his garage, and behind this big moving company blanket is this ginormous, humongous safe. It's so big I could probably eat dinner in there. So I'm thinking, that's odd. Him and I never needed a safe that big. What in the world would he need a safe that big for? So I start searching for the combination. I'm looking everywhere for this thing, and I just come up empty-handed. So I go home for the night, and I look up this safe on Google, and I find out that there is and could be a key as a kind of like a second layer of safety in case you forgot your combination. So I think, perfect. And I guess something else you should know about me is I strongly and 100% believe in my angels. I know I have angels around me. I feel that there are people who had passed away that were in my life, and very important people in my life, and who are now, my angels, and they guide me and support me and help me through everything, and they communicate with me. So I decide, since I know my kid's dad is one of my angels, I'm sure of it, I start asking questions, and I said, help me figure out where this combination or this key is, please. So I start going through the house. Is it in the kitchen? No. Dining room? No. Living room? No. Bedroom? No. Office? Yes. Like a strong yes. And I think, yes. So I start going through the office, section by section. Is that the desk? No. The closet? No. And I get to this kind of cabinet thing he had, and I get another yes, a very strong yes. Great. Well, I had dinner plans that night, so I met with a few of my girlfriends, and I'm telling them what happened, and they are ready to bolt from this restaurant, asking our waiter to please pack up our dinner as we are going to take it on the road. They want to go and open this safe. They were so interested, and I don't blame them, but I had to say no because I needed to get home to my kids. I didn't want them to have to be without me. I just felt really like I needed to be with them. So I said no, and I went home. The next day, I went back to his house and went to the area that I was told by my angels where the combination key was. I immediately found a set of numbers, and I thought, oh my God. So I went and I started trying these numbers. Didn't work. I tried them in a different order. Didn't work. So I got this bright idea to start trying other numbers, anything that could come to my mind. Maybe it would come to me. Nope. Well, I guess I tried too many times because this horribly loud, obnoxious alarm starts blaring and echoing through this garage. And I know that any minute now I am going to be handcuffed and arrested for breaking and entering my ex-husband's house. Not only that, but I'm trying to break into a safe. I knew it was going to be hard to explain, being the ex-wife. It was just a horrible situation. And as suddenly as the alarm went on, it stopped. I can't explain it, but the alarm just stopped. So I thought, oh my gosh. So I went back into the room and I started searching again, and I found a key. And I remember what Google said. So went back to the safe, put this little key in there, and I tried. And I twisted it, and it was too short, but I knew that it had to be it. So I keep pushing and I'm turning this key, but it's so tiny that I'm digging into my knuckles. So my knuckles start losing skin and are bleeding and stinging and hurting. But I keep trying. Well, I finally give up. Say, this cannot be right. Nobody would be doing this. So I go back into the house and start searching more in the same area. And I'm ready to give up when I find this key. And as soon as I see it, I know it is the one. And it was. I put that key in and I turned it and it worked. And I thought, oh my gosh. So I, with the big wheel of this safe, and it moved. And then the door sort of opened. And I was so relieved but scared. And I knew at that moment that whatever I was going to find behind that safe door was going to change my whole life. Like I knew that it was either going to be good or bad, and I was so scared, so I decided to say a prayer. So I said, God, please don't let this be a dead prostitute all chopped up, or a big amount of cocaine and heroin, or an arsenal of weapons. And I just want to say that I never for a second thought my ex-husband was into any of those things. But because of the circumstances and all these weird things that were surrounding his untimely death, I had no idea. Like, I really was scared and freaked out. And at the same time, I was praying for a bunch of money that seemed to be missing. I will go into that another time, but there was this money that should have been around and it wasn't. And I thought maybe it's been stashed in this safe, and that would be great because I was paying for everything at this point, and no longer receiving spouse support or child support, obviously. But all the expenses of what was going on in the other country, funeral, everything was on me, and it was extremely hard. I was panicked. I didn't know how I was going to do it all. So I was really hoping it was the money. So I say the prayer, and I just take a deep breath, and I just know that I gotta do it. There's no other choice. So I pull this very unbelievably heavy safe door, and my eyes start scanning from top to bottom, like left to right, really, really fast. And I'm not seeing anything. So I do it again, and my brain, I just remember just thinking, what's going on? I don't understand. Well, finally, I focus in on the two items that were in this gigantic safe. I reach the bottom, and there are two Star Wars DVDs in this safe, in this just enormous safe that has caused my knuckles to be bleeding and have no skin, an alarm that was blaring and going off. I was sweating and just dying inside. There were two DVDs, Star Wars DVDs, and they were still wrapped in the plastic wrap, and they still had their Best Buy price sticker on them, and that's what was in there. Yeah, and I'm not kidding. And I did not know what to think. I immediately pulled the lining down to think maybe something's behind it. No. I remember falling backwards and just thinking, what? And I looked up to the heavens and said, are you trying to still be hilarious and drive me crazy? Like, what in the world? But that was it. So I grabbed the DVDs, I closed the safe, closed up the house, and headed home. And I called my family, called my friends on the way home, saying, you will not believe this. After all these other parts of this story, this is the newest. So many people have asked me to please open these DVDs and check inside. There must be something in them, and I have not. What I did was I put them in a very safe place, put notes on them so that one day when my kids are older, they will know that these must have been meant for them. Intentionally left in a very safe. And they're the same videos, the same movie, and so I've left it for them. It still, today, blows my mind. Anyways, that's that story. I can't wait to share more. Some of the stories about him are truly crazy, but there are so many other stories that I hope will entertain you, and I can't wait to share them with you and be on this journey with you. I hope all is well with you, and we will talk soon. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, please. Share this video with your friends. I want to meet and be a part of a lot of people's lives. And thank you so much for watching.